After Pissarro set down the A's in order in the first inning today, Danny Herron walked the only man he would walk today unintentionally. He had 3 walks. 2 of them were intentional later, and in each case it paid off in keeping the Giants from cashing in on a scoring opportunity. But not only did he give up a walk to start the ball game, it went to Jason Ellison, the speedster, is capable of the steal of second base, and he promptly swiped second while Omar Vizquel was batting. And then the veteran dropped down a perfect bunt and beat it out, putting runners at the corners. And suddenly, Herron was pitching in trouble, and J.T. Snow came up in an aggressive way. Chavez closed at third, ground ball, base hit right side. 1-0 Giants. Around second, charging for third base goes Vizquel. The throw is cut off, and runners are at the corners. 3 batters into the game. 1-0 San Francisco. Snow on the first pitch. In the few meetings that Moises Alou had against Danny Herron when Herron was in the National League, he was 4 for 6 with a home run. And he apparently feasted on just the thought of that. Line to left, hooking down the left field line. That is a fair ball bouncing to the corner. 1 run is in, and over is Snow from first to third. In at second is Alou with a run-scoring double. 2-0 San Francisco. And right now, big trouble for Danny Herron in the bottom of the first. And Ray Durham coming up with an 11-game hitting streak. Fly ball, left center field. Coxe and Burns over. Burns is going to make the catch. Here's the tag up. Snow coming to the plate. The throw is cut off. And now slipping is Alou between second and third, running him down to Chavez and tags him out. Alou had gone about a third of the way. And then when the throw was cut off by Chavez, he had accelerated a couple more steps and then slipped. And he knew he was a dead duck. So another run is in to make it 3-0. In the A's half of the second, Chavez singled to get things underway. And then Alou made a play that, looking back on it, the way the game ended, might have been very pivotal because it could have led to something even more productive for the A's. Kelty hit a low line drive to right center. Alou went into a diving backhand stab mode and came up with it for out number 1. Hatterberg worked the base on balls, but after Ginter flied out, it was only Mark Ellis or Pissarro would get out of the inning. But Ellis, who doubled in his only plate appearance last night, came up and was effective again. Ellis lines it. Fair ball down the left field line. That'll roll down through the bullpen. 1 run is in. And over to third base. Stopping is Hatterberg. Down at second with a double is Ellis. His second double in 2 at-bats in the series. And it's now a Giant lead of 3-1 as the A's get on the board. As I mentioned, Herron had runners in every inning. In the second, he got a runner as far as third base, but popped up Ellison to end the inning. In the third, there was a 1-out single, and then he got Alou to hit into a double play. The A's next had a threat in their 4th inning when Kelty hit in his 8th consecutive game. At that point, he was 13 for his last 26. It was a single with 1 out. With Hatterberg batting, he stole second base uncontested, and it wasn't long before that was productive.
The 2-2 pitch, and a line drive sinking into left for a base hit. Kelty's around third, up in the ball for Lees. Here's the throw to the plate. Going to be close to slide the tag. Safe at the plate. On a bang-bang play. On a single to left by Hatterberg. Kelty scores from second, and the A's are down 3-2.
But the inning ended on a strike-him-out, throw-him-out double play. 3-2 on Ginter with Hatterberg running. He struck out. Hatterberg was thrown out, and that was the end of that threat. In the 4th inning, an intentional walk to Matheny with Durham at third base and 2 out set up Herron to pitch to the pitcher Jeff Pissarro, who tried to bunt his way on but was thrown out by Chavez, and that threat died. Then in the 5th inning for the Giants, Ellison singled and stole second base for his second steal of the day. With 1 out, it was J.T. Snow at the plate, and he tied into one pretty well opposite field. Pitch. There's a swing and a drive to left. Over near the line is Burns going back, and he makes a running catch, reaching up backhanded. Turns and throws back, and Ellison hurries back to first base. That ball slicing had more carry than it appeared when it left the bat, and Burns had to really haul and make kind of a running, jumping catch.
Yeah, really good catch. Might have saved a run out there.
In the sixth inning, the Giants made another threat to try to add to their lead. Durham opened with a single, his second hit of the day. 2 force-outs, though, followed, and so Matheny was up, a .243 hitter, and a runner at first base, Alfonso. Matheny rifled a double opposite field down the right field line. Suddenly there was a big threat afoot, and with Michael Tucker coming up to pinch hit for the pitcher, first base open, he was walked intentionally, and Ellison, who came into the game struggling with 1 out of his last 18, who had singled the time before, was the pivotal man here. Bouncing ball, comebacker, taken at the mound by Heron, running to first, an underhand toss, and the inning is over. So the big threat suddenly dies on a one-hop comebacker, 1-3. 3 men left for the Giants, and after 6, San Francisco clings to the lead at 3-2. The only hit the A's got after the 4th inning, they had a hit and 2 walks the rest of the way, was Heron's double into the right field corner in the 5th inning. It was only his 3rd major league hit in 40 at-bats, and all have been 2-base hits. He would have loved to have juxtaposed that at-bat with his at-bat in the 2nd inning when he grounded out with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 out. But those are the what-ifs of baseball. The A's couldn't pick up Heron at second base. Kotze and Burns both flied out, and once again, they were a run shy. And from that time on, the offense was throttled by a combination of Christensen and Hurgis and Air until the 8th inning. Meantime, another threat built in the 7th, and it was then that Heron departed for the bullpen. Snow singled to right field, and on a fielder's choice, Alou hit the ball to Chavez, who made a tough play at third behind the bag on the line. His throw in the dirt at second base was dropped by Ginter for an error charge on Chavez. And so, with 1 out in this situation, here was trouble afoot. Durham was coming up, and at that point, Ken Maka, I was talking to Art this morning. I guess that's what infiltrated the brain. Ken Maka went to Ricardo Rincon, and Rincon made 2 pitches.
And now the 1-0 delivery. Here it is, and it's swung on bounce to second. Might be 2. Ginter flipped to short for 1. Ellis to first, and the A's get a 4-6-3 double play. Rincon comes out of the bullpen, throws 2 pitches, and gets the A's out of the bottom of the 7th inning unscathed. After 7 here, the A's trail the Giants 3-2.
Well, the A's' only threat wasn't of their own making. In the 8th inning, a 1-out walk to Kotze signaled the end of the line for Scott Air, who had faced just 2 batters, and then Tyler Walker, who at the moment is the closer, came in, and he walked Eric Byrne. Now with runners at first and second, there was a lot of promise here. But Walker was equal to the task. He got Kendall to tap out to third for a force-out there. Chavez grounded out. The A's came up empty. By the time they came up in the 9th inning, they were still trying to figure a way to get that 1 run, and Tyler got healthy on a pop-up. He struck out Hatterberg, and Ginter, with that short stroke, has a chance to hit 1 deep. A's fans were hoping he might catch one of those fastballs. Giants fans just wanted 1 more strike. Another 2-2. He struck him out, and the Giants win the game. Ginter chased a high fastball as Walker really poured the coal to that one, setting down the side in order for the A's in the 9th inning, who had 1 hit and 3 base runners after the 4th. And the 3-run Giants first holds up. They even the series. The final score today, San Francisco 3 and the Athletics 2. And we'll be back to run through the scoreboard.